Hey everyone, so today's tutorial is how to create this cobalt blue and white smoky eye. I wore a variation of this look to the RDS beauty show and a few people told me they liked it, so I figured I'd do a tutorial on it. And if you want to see how I created this look, then just keep watching. So I'm not priming the eyes today, I've just used a little foundation across the lids, but I didn't set it in place. I kind of want that grungy, worn feel to this look, so I don't mind if the shadows skip or crease across the eye. You can prime the eyes of course if you want, but I'm not. And I've just started out by highlighting the brow bone with a matte white eyeshadow. So again, I'm doing something a little out of the ordinary, but there's method to my madness. I'm taking a felt tip liner pen and I'm mapping out the outline of my cat eye, but I'm not filling it in. I'm doing this because sometimes with liquid liner, if you apply it first and then your eyeshadows after, when you're buffing and blending, the liner can crack and flake, so I don't want that. However, I've drawn the outline there as a guide. I'm going to blend my shadows in from that line. I didn't want to spend a lot of time blending out my eyeshadows only to cover it up with the liner, so this way I'm only applying eyeshadow where it'll be seen. So now I'm taking this sand eyeshadow and I'm using it as a wash of colour in the crease. You're not going to see this in the finished look, but I find the navy eyeshadow works better when blended over another shadow. So now, using the navy, I'm taking this on a fluffy blending brush and I'm starting on the outer corner of the eye. I'm using circular motions to work that colour into the crease, and for once today I'm going for that slightly rounded shape. Once I've the vast majority of the product off my brush, I'm then going to work on diffusing the shadow. So I am placing my brush on the edge of the eyeshadow and again using circular motions to pull up that colour and blend it out. I want to add a little depth, so I'm using a black eyeshadow to achieve this. I'm taking a more precise brush and I'm starting a little deeper in the crease, and I'm just using circular motions again to apply this eyeshadow. So I only wanted to add depth with the black. I still want the blue to be the most prominent colour in this makeup look. So with blending the black, I've lost a little bit of the intensity of the blue, so I'm just going back in and applying a little more. I'm now taking a clean blending brush and just buffing along that edge to ensure everything fades together nicely. So I'm using that white eyeshadow again and I'm applying it to the eyelid. I'm only going to apply it though about the same thickness as my eyeliner. I'm not covering the entire lid. So now that we have finished with the eyeshadows on the lid, I'm going to fill in that outline with a liquid liner. So taking that navy again to finish off the smoky look, I'm going to apply it along the lower lash line. Now I'm going to switch up my brushes as I find an angled one helps me get into that inner corner much easier than the brush I was using before, so you just want to apply it all the way along the lower lash line. I'm taking a black eyeliner now and I'm going to apply it to both my top and bottom waterline. Once I have that in place, I'm going to use a black eyeshadow and I'm just wriggling this at the base of my lower lashes to ensure that we've no fleshy tones peeking through. To finish off the eye makeup look, I'm going to apply a pair of my favourite false lashes, and then that'll complete your eye makeup look. So here's just a quick look at the finished eyes. And now it's time for the face. So I'm taking this contour kit from 17 and I'm using the lighter shade to set my foundation in place. For foundation today I used the L'Oreal True Match and quite quickly realised why I'd left it sitting in my drawer for so long. I know it's some people's holy grail foundation, but it doesn't do anything for my skin at all. It clings to my dry patches, so it's not very flattering. Next then I'm going to take the darker shade in that palette to contour my cheeks. I'm still testing this palette out, but I quite like the highlight shade. I think the contour shade could be a little bit too warm for my skin tone, and they are a little bit powdery, but for €6 I have no regrets so far. To add some colour to my cheeks, I'm taking this number 7 blush and I'm applying it just off the apples of my cheeks. Once I've laid down the colour, I'm then going to sweep it back into that contour. To highlight the skin, I'm going in with my much loved Merry Luminizer and I'm applying this to the high points of my face. For the lips, I'm going for a pinky nude look, so I'm using this really nice lip liner by Inglot. I'm starting out by adding some fullness to my lips by outlining them, and then I'm going to fill them in so that I'll have a nice base for my lipstick. The lipstick that I've chosen today is Faux by MAC, and it's an absolutely gorgeous colour and I've been really loving this combination lately. I suppose you could say it's similar to the Kylie Jenner look, but I'd rather not. And here's a look at the finished look, so I hope you enjoyed the tutorial and found it helpful. Thanks so much for watching and I'll see you soon.